it's Kylie, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all the different ways that I store my Disney pins. So there's so many different ways that you can store your Disney pins, and as your Disney pin collection grows, there's many different methods that work best for you. But I'm going to be showing you how I store my Disney pins. This is actually going to be part of a little series I'm doing about intro to pin trading, explaining pin trading both in the parks, online, and just pin storage and other pin related news. So definitely hit the subscribe button, turn the bell so you get notified as I upload those other videos in this pin trading series. So the first way I store my pins is on big cork boards. So I got these cork boards from Amazon. You can also get them at like Michael's and other craft stores, but I got them on Amazon, and I'll actually have a link to them in the description down below. I think they're perfect for displaying your pins. So I have my main collections on these boards, and I have these boards up on my wall in this little office here. They're a super awesome way to store your pins, so you're able to look at them and see all the different ones in your collection, and they allow you to display them for others to see. I do also have a few small pin boards that I will put smaller collections on, along with some custom pin boards that I made that are just from a softer cork. I do like those better because they're on a softer cork versus the big ones have a little bit harder cork. They're not great if you're going to move them in and out a lot. They're more meant to store your pins for a long period of time. If you're planning on moving your pins in and out of the cork board, I wouldn't put them on the big pin board just because the cork could eventually bend the backs and stuff, but they're fine for good storage. The smaller pin boards are definitely good for the pins that I constantly use for like videos and stuff, especially in tags. I like to put them on that as long as my smaller collections. The next way I store my pins is in pin books. So I have a few different ways that I do this. I have pin books from Disney. Disney sells different size pin books, large and small, along with they have some older ones of different sizes that are perfect for storing your pins. I usually add cork into these and then put all my pins in that. So that's kind of the first set of pin books. Another set is pin folios. So GoPin Pro has a product called pin folios, and they already have like a foam insert in them, or their pin folio pro has like foam binder sheets, which are perfect for putting your pins. I really like those to travel to the parks with. I usually use those as my travel, where some of the other pin books I use more as storage in my house, just because those are so soft on the pins and easy to take them in and out. And I will have linked to those on Amazon too, so you can check out those if you're interested. I would definitely recommend getting some pin folios. Another way I store my pins is in pin binders, and I do this two different ways. In the early 2000s, Disney came out with pin sheets to put in binders, and they still do sell them in the parks. They're just a little bit expensive, but I actually have a bunch of them from the early 2000s that I like to use. You just stick the pin right into them. I think they're perfect for storing some pin collections. I actually have some of my side collections in those pin binders to keep them stored away because there wasn't enough wall space and I wanted them to have them separately. Another form to do in binders is through baseball card sheets. So you're able to put baseball card sheets, and these are perfect for pins that are on cards. So your limited edition pins and other rack pins that are on cards, I find it's perfect to stick in the baseball card sheets, as it gives another option and it gives it some protection. I also like to do this when I'm trading pins. So if I'm trading a lot of limited edition pins, I will stick them in the baseball card sheets to protect the backer card and allow them to travel a little bit safer than putting them in like a pin book that they could fall out of. They're more secure in the baseball card sheets. Another way I store my pins, and this has a tendency to be more my pin traders or the pins I have for sale, are just some bins. So I have a 9-quadrant bin area that allows me to put some different pins in that. It allows me to stack the cards next to each other. It makes it easier for sales and when I'm posting pictures of the pins that I have for sale, so that's why I prefer those. I also do have one big bin of pins that I'm slowly going through and adding them to either my collection or for sale, that I've slowly built up, and I just didn't know where to put them, so I threw them in a little bin. I also have little baskets as I gain new pin mail and bring in different pins. I put them in a little basket just while they're waiting to put onto my board. So a few different bins. I find these as more temporary homes, not permanent homes, where the books, binders, and boards are more of a permanent home for your pins for a long term. The baskets are more of a temporary. When I get the pin mail in, I throw them in there until I have time to go through and put them up on all my boards or in my binders. But I do like the bins as another storage option. So there's so many different options that you can go, and this is just some of them. My favorites are definitely pin books, especially for my traders. I like to bring them back and forth to the parks in the books, and along with some of my collection. I do like for my personal collection to have the big boards. It allows me to see every pin that I have in my collection, and if I'm making a trader purchase, I can look quickly to say, oh, do I have this pin in my Chippendale collection? Yes or no, and then I'm able to either buy the pin or decide that I already have the pin in my collection. So that makes it a little bit easier versus flipping through a book. But I do like having my traders in the book. It keeps it nice and organized when going to the parks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this information video about how I store my different pins and different ways that you could store your pins. Definitely let me know in the comments down below your favorite way to storing your pins. I know many people like the book method, many people like the pin board method, but how do you store your Disney pins? And definitely subscribe and turn the bell so you get notified for those other pin videos in this series. I will definitely be doing a video about trading in the parks, both with cast members and with guests, along with trading online, as that's very popular right now. A lot of people are doing a lot of online trading, and that community is growing greatly. I will be posting videos on both of those topics, so definitely check those out if you're interested in those. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like if you did, and I will see you guys later. Bye!